because it is noon, but we'll give it like 30 to 60 seconds to make sure we've got everyone. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Kay Mello from United Way. We're just going to give it another 60 seconds tops just to make sure we've got everyone before we get going. I'm glad you could join us on this nice Tuesday. It's not raining, yay, and the leaves are beautiful. And glad you could join us for your lunch break. Can someone that's logged in just kind of give me a heads up that you can hear and see myself and Pam, okay? Okay, oh, thank you, Jody, appreciate it. All right, well, it's 12:01, so we'll just go ahead. Good afternoon from Gear Up. Oh, hello, Gear Up. Thank you for joining. So we'll just go ahead and get started, and folks can just join us as they come in. I'll just do a brief introduction, and then I'm going to turn it over to our guest speaker today. My name is Kay Mello. Some of you might know me as Karen Mello. I'm going by Kay now, and I am the Director of Community Impact here at United Way of Greater Waterbury. Just a basic overview of United Way. United Way supports over 50 programs and initiatives in 3 impact areas in the Greater Waterbury community. And that is basic needs, health, housing, and food, education, and financial stability. And today we're actually going to be talking with Pam LaRosa from the Northwest Regional Workforce Investment Board, one of our many partners that we have under our financial stability work, where United Way supports programs that help folks in our community with job training, employment counseling, financial literacy, free tax preparation, incentivized savings. So we're really proud of the work that we do in financial stability, and we know all of the impact areas that we invest in are critical to our households here in Greater Waterbury. So we're delighted to always work with the Northwest Regional Workforce Investment Board, and really just work alongside of them for so many reasons. So I'm delighted to turn it over today to Pam LaRosa, who is the Director of One Step Workforce Operations, or is that One Step Workforce Operations. And she's going to be talking about the WIB services and Career Connect. So Pam, I'm hoping that you're still there because your screen looks a little frozen.
Uh-oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. So that's all we really need is to hear you, because I know that in a few moments I'll be pulling up your presentation.
Okay,
so,
great.
Go ahead, and I know you also have someone with you there as well. So if you both like to introduce yourselves and then jump in, I will share the screen when you're ready.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Kay, thank you for having me. And I know that there might be some people in our audience who may have heard some of this information already, but I am the Director of One Stop Workforce Operations in the Northwest region. And in Department of Labor circles, I'm known as the One Stop Operator. I work very closely with NWRWIB. As a matter of fact, they fund my grant. And basically, I get information out to businesses in our entire region, as well as community organizations, to help individuals out there on their search for employment and other resources that might be available to them through the American Job Center. And with me today, I have my colleague, Ben Clapp, who's from the Department of Labor. Ben?
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Really excited and grateful for this opportunity, Kay. I'm what's known as a business engagement specialist. So my unit are essentially the first responders when an employer needs to hire somebody. So we often are linking them up to partners, whether it's the workforce board, some of the different hiring and training incentives that are available, or DOL resources such as CT Hires, which is our statewide job exchange, are some of the assistive technology we have here at the Job Center. So really excited, and thank you again.
Okay, Kay. So
Okay.
if you could bring up that flow chart that I sent you, that would be very helpful. And I just want to tell you, before you pull it up, the reason it's not part of my presentation is because several people worked on, I started it and then another individual worked on it. And when I tried to copy it into the presentation, it didn't work so good. So that is why I'm showing it as
Sure.
an addition to my PowerPoint.
All right. Can you all see that or no? Did that not share?
All I see is it says hold for United Way Lunch and Learn.
Okay. Hold on. Let me go back. All right. That didn't work. If you all want to just talk about, while I'm bringing this up, an overview again of what we're going to talk about today for the audience,
Okay.
that would be great.
As I said, to get started, you're going to see a flow chart of all of the workforce programs available in the Northwest region. Keep in mind, the Northwest region does cover not only the greater Waterbury area, it covers Danbury and Torrington areas as well, and the 41 towns in between. So the Northwest region of Connecticut, although our state is quite small, our region is pretty sizable and it's spread out somewhat. So when Kay does bring up that flow chart to show the programs under the roof at the American Job Center, keep in mind that there are 3 American Job Centers throughout our region. There is our Comprehensive Center, which is located here in Waterbury at 249 Thomaston Avenue. We also have a satellite office in Torrington, which is located at 62 Commercial Boulevard. And then we also have a satellite office in Danbury, located at 185 Main Street. Individuals who go to those offices in those outer regions, the satellite offices, have access to all of the resources available at this comprehensive site. It's just that the locations or the footprints are not as large as this comprehensive center in Waterbury. And on most days, I'm housed here at the Northwest Regional Workforce Investment Board, but I am actually employed by the Northwest Connecticut Chamber of Commerce. So when you see this flow chart, it could make your head spin because there is a lot of information on here. We work not only with, and when I say we, I mean the Northwest Regional Workforce Investment Board, whom I used to work for.
That's okay.
We work not only with the Department of Labor, but also with other state agencies such as the Bureau of Rehab Services, State Department of Ed, BESB, and
No, you are. It says you're sharing.
some of our
I
state
can't,
partners
because I'm not
also
in
have a
front of me.
presence here on site
I
one
think
day a
so.
week. BESB is here once a week, the Bureau of
Yes, that's
Educational
okay.
Services for the Blind. BRS is here one day a week. We also have Naugatuck Adult Ed. We have Naugatuck Valley Community College, representatives from those 2 entities here one day a week as well.
I'm sorry,
And-
Pam, can I interrupt you? Are you able to see? We're really trying here to share the screen. Are you able to see the flow chart?
Nope. All I see is
No.
hold for United Way Lunch and Learn.
She sees hold for United Way Lunch and Learn.
Maybe you shared your Outlook window.
That's what it looks like.
You open that Teams.
Yeah. Is there any way you all can share it on your end?
I'm trying to see if I can share it. I just
Oh,
clicked
there you
on it.
are. Yep, we have it. We have the American Job Center, your PowerPoint.
Oh, okay. I don't even see
Okay,
it.
great. Thank you. Oh, you don't? It's there.
No. Okay, let's see. Okay, but that's not my flow
That's not
chart.
the other flow chart. Can everyone else see the American Job Center Northwest page? Yes, I
Okay.
get thumbs up. So, okay.
I wish I could see it. Okay, it's okay.
Okay,
I
sorry
don't
about
need-
that. I don't know why it wasn't letting me share, but okay.
Yeah. Do you think you?
Maybe it's the view setting.
Okay, let's see. Because even though it's up, I don't see it.
Okay, let me see if I can. Oh, I can page forward. So if you want to, I'm on page 1. For some reason, I can page forward. So maybe I'm sharing it, but I don't think I am.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
So-
I
oh,
feel better.
Great.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, good.
All right, so you know what? What we're gonna do is I will forward, or Kay, you could forward
do it.
everyone that flow chart.
I
But
certainly will.
basically, everything that's on the flow chart, I'm going to talk about in here. It just gave you a really condensed version of what's in this presentation. So if you could flip to the next page. Or can I do that? Oh, I think I could do it. I don't need you to do it. Okay. So to get started, I'm just going to explain to you what the American Job Center is. It's basically a partnership of organizations working as a team to promote a universal approach to providing effective workforce assistance to job seekers and businesses. This collaboration of the Northwest Regional Workforce Investment Board, the Connecticut Department of Labor, and other state, regional, and local organizations is designed to provide seamless delivery system of programs and services. I already discussed how there is a comprehensive AJC located at 249 Thomaston Avenue and our affiliate sites in Torrington. Keep in mind, why did it stop? Oh, stop. No, this will end. No, I don't. I lost it. Can you flip the pages, Kay?
I can. So we're
Okay,
on the
I'm not
third
sure what
page now.
happened. Keep in mind, even though we have a very small state, there are 5 workforce regions in our state, and we all work a little bit differently with the funding we receive from the Federal Department of Labor, which trickles down through the State Department of Labor. The Northwest Regional Workforce Investment Board is the entity in this Northwest region that receives funding for training. Developing and maintaining a high quality workforce is critical to attracting and retaining business in Connecticut. It's the charge of the Northwest Regional Workforce Investment Board to develop and sustain an effective labor market system that facilitates economic development and business growth in our region. Our system is user-friendly and highly responsive to the needs of both the job seeker and the employer. And that's where Ben comes in for that employer side of it. The Northwest Regional Workforce Investment Board, or NRWIB, holds partnerships with local businesses, government, education, labor and human services agencies, which all work together to provide the delivery of workforce development services. 3 American Job Centers are located throughout our region. As I said, Waterbury, Torrington, and Danbury. WIOA. This is one of the largest sets of, or one of the programs that is funded most in this region. WIOA is landmark legislation that's designed to strengthen and improve our nation's public workforce system and help get Americans, including youth and those with significant barriers to employment, into high quality jobs and careers, and help employers hire and retain these skilled workers. The Workforce Innovation and yep.
I'm sorry, but I think the screen went blank. They said the
It
shared
did.
screen.
Now see, I can see it.
Can anybody else see it? I don't know why we're having all this difficulty today.
Me either. Okay, let's see. Is it up?
Can someone confirm if they see the shared screen? Yes. Okay. Yes. Jody says yes. Oops.
Thank
now
you.
It's not, but now it's not.
Is it up now?
Oh, it is. Now we're back to, yeah. Okay. We're on page. Well, no, it's going in and out.
Oh, geez. Yeah, me either. Let's see if I could try it again.
Okay, it's back.
I can't see it.
I can page forward, I think. No, I can't now. Okay, got a thumbs up, but I can't page forward like I could before.
I can't either. Let's see. I don't even see it.
I know it.
Can anyone see it now?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like it's back.
Okay. Is it back?
Nope. No, Johnny says no. Oh, we got a thumbs up though. Somebody gave a thumbs up.
I'm afraid to touch it.
I know it.
Truth be told, I'd
Well-
rather do this in person.
Right? Well,
Yeah.
maybe we just do, okay, someone said they can see it now. Okay, I'm on page
Okay.
3. Which page do you want me on? 4? The
Nope.
WIOA.
It says, yep, WIOA. Okay.
Okay, we're there. Okay.
All right. So WIOA was signed into law on July 22nd, 2014. It's designed to help job seekers access employment, education, training, and support services to succeed in the labor market to match employers with the skilled workers they need to compete in the global economy. So if an individual is unemployed or underemployed and they want to be considered for a WIOA funded training, what they need to do is send an email to that email address. I do want to tell you the information that I'm going to talk about throughout this PowerPoint. I have I lost it again.
Oh gosh.
I have much more detailed handouts that I've provided to Kay. And if you have questions about any of it, you can put them in the chat or you can contact me directly. So
I
if
have
an
access to it, so I can just keep paging forward when you want.
okay, so again, those info sessions are presented weekly, and we have 2 in person, one on Tuesdays at 1:30 and one on Thursdays at 10. And then there's also a virtual link for a session that is going to be offered on the 2nd and 4th Fridays of the month at 9 o'clock. You can scroll to the next one because I can't see it.
Slide 5, special employment and training programs.
Nope, I have, the next slide is if you meet WIOA eligibility.
Which page?
It is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 5th slide.
Okay.
Does it say if you meet WIOA eligibility? Okay.
Yes.
If you meet WIOA eligibility, if an individual meets WIOA eligibility, they can go to the eligible training provider list that is called the ETPL list, and it tells you how to get there on this page. But again, I have handouts that you can give to your staff when they're speaking to individuals who might be interested, or you can actually just hand them out to the population at large. And if an individual is eligible for WIOA, they can get up to $6,000 for a training on that list. And on that eligible training provider list, there are trainings ranging from being getting your CDL license so you could drive tractor trailers, to getting your CNA, to phlebotomy, to green jobs. It runs the gamut. And those trainings are available throughout the state. But, you know, if an individual lives in this region, they would most likely want to find a training that's available in this region. So then you can go to the next page, special employment and training programs. The Workforce Investment Board also goes after competitively funded grant programs. And some of the programs that they have that are offered through the Workforce Investment Board include the following. And again, I want to just reiterate here that there is very specific information in those handouts that I provided to Kay with who you can reach at the Workforce Investment Board regarding all of these programs. And that goes for if your staff has questions about it, or if one of your participants or your customers has a question about it, there is that information there, and they can contact the individuals that are in charge of each of these programs. The first of which is the Northwest Construction Careers Initiative. And this offers Northwest Connecticut residents the opportunity to pursue a career in the construction and building trades. Job trainings and employment possibilities include OSHA 10, OSHA 30, HAZWOPER certifications, core curriculum, which includes HVAC, plumbing, and electrical. The Northwest Regional Workforce Investment Board provides opportunities for eligible participants to enter and advance along a career in the healthcare field as well. Individuals could be eligible to receive free short-term job-related training in the healthcare field. And the reason that it's so important that we have these great relationships with our partners is because the Workforce Board helps them get the training. And then because of Department of Labor, they have access to CT hires, which is basically CT Department of Labor's answer to Indeed.com. And we're going to get into that a little bit farther, but on CT hires, employers in our region post the jobs, and then the employer and the individual can kind of speak to each other. Through the Workforce Investment Board, there is also a program called Project Reentry, which is designed to help returning citizens, ex-offender population, begin their path to successful employment, help them to attain industry-recognized credentials, and gain the skills needed for their next step. And I will tell you, yesterday, besides being the director of one-stop workforce operations in this region, I'm also a notary. And it comes in handy because yesterday, the gentleman who runs Project Reentry came to my desk and said he had an individual who was just entering the community and he needed papers notarized regarding his identity because he had an infraction on his license from prior to being incarcerated. So he had all of the right information necessary and I needed to notarize it for him. So that's how closely we work together. People can come over to my desk and ask me a question at any time. And it's the same with myself and Ben and all of the other partners that are under this one-stop roof here at 249 Thomaston Avenue. NRWIB also has a Ticket to Work program, which allows individuals who receive SSI. It allows them to keep their benefits while they explore employment, receive vocational support, and gain work experience. Ticket to Work is a good fit for individuals who want to improve their earning potential and are committed to preparing for long-term career success. And as I said earlier, there's an individual that's on the next slide. Kay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm on it. Ticket to Work.
Okay, thank
Yep.
you. As I said earlier, we have individuals here who work on these programs specifically, and I can speak to the individual who does Ticket to Work. Her name's Penny McCoy, and she is just outstanding with helping her participants in this program connect to other services they might need to help them smoothly transition back into employment. And then she also has great connections with the businesses in our community that are willing to take on individuals who might need assistive technology, but then we contact BRS and we get that all figured out before the individual even starts employment. So again, it's about all those great connections that we have. Another program under NRWIB is the Connecticut Workforce and High-Tech Industry Skills Partnership, which is CT-WISP. This program offers a variety of IT career trainings at schools such as Naugatuck Valley and Patrick's Academy. We also have Manufacturing Your Future, which focuses on addressing the shortage of skilled workers in the manufacturing sector. The Apprenticeship Connecticut Initiative develops workforce pipeline programs for training qualified entry-level workers for job placement with manufacturers and employers experiencing sustained workforce strategies. Just to let you know, too, the NRWIB is part of a regional sector partnership, again, in the Northwest region. And one of the industries we cover is manufacturing. So through that program, we have endless connections with manufacturers, with schools, and that's high schools, and we're trying to get into middle schools, trying to let students know the huge possibilities that are available out there to them in the manufacturing industry if they have some inkling that they might want to be part of that industry. We also provide Metrics Learning, which is an online learning platform being successfully implemented by more than 130 workforce development boards across 17 states. This provides virtual career services and skill development resources to both the unemployed and underemployed in their respective communities. Connecticut's Skill Up Learning Portal offers hundreds of digital classes and certifications to add to your resume, as well as to help sharpen an individual's skills. And then finally, oh no, we have lots more. Okay. We have the Career Connect program. And I just want to state before I even start talking about this, that Career Connect is offered throughout the state. It's not just in the Northwest region. It is for everyone, whether you're looking to get back into the workforce, advance your career, start a new career, or get your first job. Career Connect offers skilling, reskilling, and upskilling in growing industries. Depending upon your needs and interests, you can participate in certificate training programs and earn industry-recognized credentials in as little as 4 to 24 weeks and get connected to employers ready to hire you right away. Be part of Connecticut's growing industries, and these include manufacturing, transportation, CDL drivers, clean energy, healthcare, bioscience, construction, and customer service. So if someone is interested in, has an inkling of something they might be interested in, they should, jump on Career Connect and see what's available. In the flyers that I provided to Kay, there is more information regarding Career Connect, and it's as easy as getting into their portal and answering some questions to get in and start learning today. NRWIB also offers several youth employment programs. The first of which prepares our youth for career opportunities with comprehensive training and services. WIOA, the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act of 2014, enacted a comprehensive youth employment program that serves eligible young people ages 14 to 24 who face barriers to education and training. This program helps young people gain education and/or skills training credentials, preparing them for post-secondary education and career opportunities. We have the WIOA Youth Program, which is the workforce pathways for youth, and it expands job training and workforce activities for youth, including soft skill development, career exploration, job readiness and certification, summer jobs, year-round job opportunities, and apprenticeships in and out of school time organizations nationwide. Our WIOA youth program, one of the things that I often hear from industry leaders, whether it's manufacturing, healthcare, retail, banking, is a lot of their entry-level individuals are lacking soft skills. Okay, they don't know, and you know what? It's just the time we live in, that it is not appropriate when you are in work, regardless of what your job is, that you answer your telephone every time it rings. that there are certain ways to be respectful to your coworkers, to take direction from your supervisor. And our WIOA programs have an element of that that helps teach our youth that there are these skills that you need that most of us take for granted that they know, but unfortunately they don't. So there's that element in our WIOA youth programs. We have summer youth employment programs, and I will tell you that this is a great opportunity for students in the greater Waterbury area to get job experience over the summer and get paid for it. And it is all based on the number of students that we can support, is based on the funding, as well as the opportunities that businesses in our Northwest region have for those students. So that occurs late in May, where the registration is open, and we can only serve as many students as we have funding for. So it's on a first come, first served basis. So you should see our waiting room on the day that closes. It's crazy here, but it is such a great program, and the youth in this community take advantage of it, which we hope that they will. The Connecticut Apprenticeship Initiative develops workforce pipeline programs for training qualified entry-level workers for job placement with manufacturers and employers experiencing sustained workforce shortages. This partnership is composed of many entities within our community, including MASC, Northwest Connecticut Community College, all of the high schools throughout our region, and Naugatuck Valley, Connecticut Technical High Schools, and we have approximately 16 employers in this region that are willing to take on new apprentices through this program. Next slide.
CT hires.
I spoke briefly earlier about CT hires. Again, CT hires is the Connecticut Department of Labor's comprehensive workforce development system designed to provide integrated services via the internet to individuals and employers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can access CT hires at www.cthires.com, or thanks to the Business Engagement Unit, you can scan that QR code and it brings you right to registration for CT hires. And what CT hires does is offers individuals the ability to rapidly search for jobs based on multiple skills and interests, as well as what is important to the individual in their job. CT hires presents individuals with career tools to analyze their skills and interests, as well as what they are seeking when they want to become employed. There is an element of a resume builder on CT hires, as well as a virtual recruiter appointment where once an individual makes a resume, they can upload it to CT hires, and then the virtual recruiter will kind of match them to job postings that are on CT hires, but it's up to the individual to make the connection with the employer. CT hires allows individuals to explore current training providers and programs online. Next slide. This
Are you
just
up to individual? What are you up to? Individual registration?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, perfect.
And I'm not even going to go through this because
No.
this is basically the steps on how to get into there and what you need to do to get registered onto
Sure.
CT hires.
Okay.
And there's also a flyer that is attached too.
Okay, awesome. And I'll be forwarding all of this to all the participants.
Mm-hmm. And if you go to the next page with the Connecticut Department of Labor logo.
Yep.
I'm just going to go through this quickly. The Department of Labor is committed to protecting and promoting the interests of Connecticut workers. To accomplish this in an ever-changing environment, DOL assists workers and employers to become competitive in the global economy. DOL takes a comprehensive approach to meeting the needs of workers and employers and the other agencies that serve them. We ensure the supply of high-quality integrated services that serve the needs of our customers. Keep in mind, too, when you see that flow chart, you're going to also see that through the Workforce Investment Board, if an individual is taking a training through the Workforce Board, there is an element of support services that we give to any individual who is involved in a training program. And that ranges from, let's say an individual is in a manufacturing training program and they need steel toe boots. The Workforce Board would pay for those. If they're in a healthcare training and they need a stethoscope, again, we could pay for those. There is also an element of transportation assistance. If they don't have their own vehicle, we can give them bus passes. If they have their own car, we can get them gas cards. We can connect them to CT rides, which opens up the possibility of carpooling once an individual gets an actual job where there might be other individuals who live down the street and go to the same place and they could carpool, and there's an app that they use to do that. You could go on to the next page. Department of Labor also provides staff assisted services. These include employment readiness workshops that are available monthly via Zoom. Now, I also provided in the attachments a copy of each month. I say I, but it's we put out a calendar, and I could put all of you on my email list so you get this calendar. And it's a calendar of events at the Department of Labor. And basically on that calendar, it shows 1 week in the month where DOL workshops are offered via Zoom by staff from this Department of Labor office. The same workshops, employment readiness workshops, are offered every week throughout the state. Anyone can join anyone that is offered. It makes it very easy for an individual. Let's say they wanted to get resume basics workshop. It's offered at least 4 times in the month, and it doesn't matter where you are. As long as you have access to a computer, you can ask to join a Zoom workshop, and you can take it whenever it fits your schedule best. DOL staff also offers individual career counseling, a one-on-one meeting with an American Job Center career development specialist to help resolve problems of occupational choice, occupational change, or job adjustment. Also available at the Department of Labor under the American Job Center umbrella, we provide veteran services. We have actual veterans who are outreach professionals who are available to assist veterans in their quest to return to work. And then finally, the American Job Center offers a full range of assistive technology, everything from JAWS to computers that have very large print, to keyboards that are yellow that can help those that might be visually impaired more easily type. And that's just to name a few. Next slide. There are services available at the American Job Center where the job seeker can just come in, register at the front desk, and use these services on their own. And these include the Career Center services, where we have, I believe it's 25 computers available to job seekers that allow them to access online applications and assessments, a job board and recruitment board, and there is also access to fax, copier, or scanners if needed. We already discussed CT hires. There are also many employer recruitments that take place. I'm not touching it because now I can see it, but I'm not touching it.
Yeah, we'll just keep doing what we're doing.
Okay. Employer recruitments take place on site here. How often do they take place here?
You know, we've had them as frequently as, one a week, but what we're actually seeing a trend of lately is a lot of interest, particularly from the job seeker community, on having events with less frequency, but a broader depth and variety of employers. So we almost market them as mini career fairs where we might have 4, 5, 6, 7 different employers from different sectors all here simultaneously. So I think we definitely want to make sure the word is out. And after the call, Kay, I'll send you some more information about how folks can receive email updates every time there's a recruitment, not only in our region, but across the state.
Thanks,
Awesome.
Ben.
I'll pass that on.
And also the DOL website allows job seekers to access labor market information about in-demand jobs in our area, identified skills needed by area employers, job and career connections, and education and training options available. So if an individual accesses DOL's website or NRWIB's website, it's like opening the door to so many resources that can assist them. The next slide.
Okay.
Can you still do it, Kay?
I can. Yep. Customer Contact Center.
Yes. The UI stands for Unemployment Insurance Customer Contact Center. And this just shows that Reemploy CT is available to users 24/7, except during maintenance and updates. And that's if an individual has to apply for unemployment benefits or their weekly, they have to really kind of apply weekly, don't they?
Yes, typically what would happen is they would need to submit on a weekly basis some sort of job search activity. It's also worth noting, though, that by engaging in some of these programs that often can help satisfy that requirement, we know it can be a very impersonal process for people who might have questions about their claim, but every claim is extremely important to every person who's using that service. So because we want to make sure people are getting access to the right individuals and the right expertise, we really strongly recommend anyone with an unemployment related question leverage these resources. This is a short-term benefit, and we really don't want to put that benefit at risk when people and their families are relying on it.
And thank you, Ben, because who better to speak about DOL services than DOL? Okay, so our last slide is I'm opening the floor to questions. Let's see. Can I see the chat?
I don't think we have anything in the chat.
Oh, okay. So if
I mean,
there's
in terms
anyone,
of questions.
okay.
No. Yeah, but if anybody would like to, just unmute themselves and ask Pam or Ben or myself a question.
It's not speak now or forever hold your peace.
Oh my goodness, absolutely not. Because what we have provided here to you today is a load of information. And when you get those flyers from Kay, it might generate questions once you take a look at them. So I want you to know that you are more than welcome to reach out to me. I can actually put my contact information. Oh,
yes.
somebody's typing.
Yeah, Jody is typing. I'm not sure if it's a question or we'll see.
Okay. I can
Jody,
put
if
my
you want to-
contact information in, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. And we can
Okay.
I can certainly share that too on the email when you when
Okay.
I send I'm going to forward your email, Pam, to the entire group, which has the PowerPoint, the flow chart, and all of the other flyers. And then Ben, when you send me your information, your email, I'll forward that as well. So everyone will have both of your contact information.
Okay.
Perfect.
So Jody, did you have a question or I didn't see it come through? So I just want to be sure. Oh, she's typing again. Okay.
Oh yeah, I can't see it either.
It might be that we have, okay. Oh, it's about eligibility for the programs. So eligibility for the programs. You can,
Okay, so I can tell you, I'm thinking about WIOA, okay, Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. Individuals are eligible for WIOA in two ways. They are either certified as a dislocated worker, which simply means that they have received a pink slip, or they have been notified they will receive a pink slip, or they are collecting unemployment. That makes them eligible. The other way to be eligible is if you are an adult, and what's the age for that? Is it over 24? Or is it over 18?
So youth is 6 to 24, adult is over 18.
Okay, adult is over 18. So if you are an adult over 18 years of age, there is a component of income eligibility. Okay, and the way an individual finds out if they're eligible is they attend one of those information sessions, and in that information session, it gives all of the particulars about the program and how one becomes eligible. So it's really, really important. And really what my main job is to make sure that we get this information out to the masses. Okay. And we want to do that in any way we can. So I am happy to speak to any group of individuals out in our community about how to get this information to those individuals. So like I've had discussions with St. Vincent de Paul's in the past. I've had discussions with Greater Waterbury Interfaith Ministries. So I will put this information out to any entity out there who can share it with our community. Because in the end, even if after all that I talked to you about today and all that Ben discussed, even if we only helped one person, that one person is in a better place.
That's right.
Okay. But hopefully by getting it out to groups of community partners, we can help more than that one person. We can help the masses because we have the resources available here that can help them on their way to a great career path that can help them sustain their families and, and this might sound hokey, but it's true, really live that American dream. You need to take advantage of the resources here, but truth be told, not everyone out in the community knows what's available when they walk through that door. And I'm pointing out there because I'm sitting at the Department of Labor. So
Thank you.
again, if you have, and you know what, some of the other programs that I discussed, there is an element of eligibility, but it might be a little different for each program, especially those ones that are the special programs through the WIB. But again, when you look at those flyers that I attached to the information I sent to Kay, there is one particular individual for each program that you can contact. My claim to fame is I know a little bit about a lot. Okay. I only claim to be somewhat an expert in TANF and welfare to work because I worked at DSS for 20 years. But other than that, if I don't know the answer, I can point you in the right direction.
That's great. Thank you. We have another question from Rosemary. Are we able to get speakers of varied career fields come to our high schools to speak to our students about career opportunities?
Please.
Yeah. Okay. I'm so happy that you asked that question. Right before this meeting, I was on a call with our regional sector partnership in healthcare. And in the month of November, we will be bringing speakers to 2 of the area high schools in Waterbury. We're going to Crosby and Wilby. And these are kind of our, we're trying it out to see how it works. And what we have is we have individuals who are in that healthcare field who are going to come and talk to the students at those 2 high schools on, 2 different dates. And the individuals that we have, the speakers that we have have varied backgrounds. One of them is actually a retired hospice nurse. One of them works in behavioral health. One of them works in, she works at diagnostic radiology, and she's going to talk about the whole, how she got into radiology and, what prompted her to do that and how she got there. And, I can almost guarantee that some of the people that we're going to talk, that are going to give those discussions, started because of some training they got or some information they received at the American Job Center.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
So what we're doing, like that's our pilot, but we're going to expand it. But again, we have to start somewhere.
That's right. Yes. Great.
If I could interject really quickly, you probably would infer this from the programs that we shared, but there's a common thread here, and it's really around career sustainability and career growth. We prioritize these occupational paths in these industries because there's a very high ceiling. The data tells us that there's job security and that you don't always have to have a baccalaureate to have substantial career growth and earning potential. So if someone really wanted to be an underwater basket weaver, they still have a place here at the job center. We can make sure they have the best darn underwater basket weaving resume. But know that somewhere in that process, someone on our end might say, gosh, you like being outside, or gosh, you like working with your hands and you have a lot of dexterity. Did you know this company's hiring for people to assemble microchips? And there might be more job security in that. So that's a piece I just wanted to quickly insert into our presentation.
And if I may talk about something that happened just a few years ago, we had a student who came through our Apprenticeship Connecticut initiative. And I'm just going to call him Sam. That's not his real name. Okay. But Sam went to a high school in Waterbury. He graduated, and his guidance counselor kind of pushed him into going to Naugatuck Valley. He didn't really know what he wanted to do. So he was kind of struggling, and he worked part-time at Target. Okay. Somehow he found information, maybe he saw a flyer or something, found information about the Apprenticeship Connecticut initiative. And this student just went places. Okay. He was featured in an insert into the Waterbury Republican called Manufacturing Today, which comes out once a year. And this was about 3 or 4 years ago. It was prior to COVID. And I was in charge of getting him to write his story and a photo. So he wrote his story, sent it to us. And then he said I had to call him for the photo. Well, I emailed him and I said, hi, Sam. We would like a photo to go along with that great story you provided. And he said, okay, I'll get it to you when I get back from vacation. I'm in Aruba. And I was like, yay. We're talking about a kid who was 21 years old, didn't have much direction, didn't have good role models, found this program, and he went from working at Target, which again, Target's not a bad thing. Any job is a good job. But he went from working at Target to being an apprentice at one manufacturing company. And he did so well that another manufacturing company wooed him away. And he was on the career pathway to make it. And what better way to talk about our resources than talk about someone who had great success using them.
That's really great. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
And Rosemary says, that's wonderful. I will definitely be in touch with you. And then Jody says, that's an amazing success story.
And you know what? If you'd like, I could send you a copy of that story because I still have it.
Oh, that's wonderful. That would be great.
Okay.
Any other questions? We have a few minutes left here today. Please do, Rosemary said, please send the story. So that's great. And I'll be sending out all the slides and all the other flyers and everything, all the information from both Pam and Ben. Anything else you'd like to add? Any final words, Pam or Ben?
All I want you to do is stand on your rooftops and shout to the city. Go to the American Job Center at 249 Thomaston Avenue and see what they have to offer to help you in your career.
That's wonderful. That's easy enough to remember. We can all do that. Well, thank you everyone for bearing with us through our technical difficulties. I'm glad that we worked through that because this was amazing. You had a lot of info. I always knew that the American Job Center and the WIB did a lot of work, but boy, it's a lot. And it's really, really great. And it's there for our community. And that's just wonderful. Thank you both, Pam and Ben, for all that you do. And thank you for being here today. And I'll be following up and send all the information out. I think we have somebody else typing. Oh, everyone's just saying thank you. Thank you,
Oh.
and thank you, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, we're all in this together.
Yes, for sure. Thanks again, all.
Have a
Bye.
great
Have a
day.
great rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Bye.